Okay, this is speech number 3, and I will be discussing my persuasive belief speech, um, which is an age-old question of, I guess not age-old, it's just a new question that everybody's wondering. When is it time for my child to have a cell phone? Many parents don't know what the right answer is. What the right answer is what is good for your family. It's been a debate for years, and it's your own personal preference. But I'll tell you about what was right for our family. My husband and I had debated it for a long time, and we couldn't decide if the kids were responsible enough. First of all, could they even take care of the device? Cost, how much was it going to cost for these kids to have this? Calling whomever, whenever. You have to decide if your child has a maturity level. What kind of limitations were we going to put on the kids? With regards to how many minutes they were going to have, who they could call, and then if they didn't follow the rules, what were going to be the consequences. So we had to set up a standard of that. We decided not to do it. But then their grandmother decided for us. She decided to get the children a cell phone, one on her plan between the two of them. She set a certain set of ground rules, and we went along with it. She was older, a little wiser, we felt. So we went just to test it out. She said if it doesn't work out, we'll just take the phone away from them. So that's what we did. Their maturity level, for my two, they got it when they were 9 and 11. They shared it. 2 days, one would carry it in their backpack. The other 2 days, the kid would carry it in their backpack, and then they alternated every other Friday. It was working out. They were using the minutes they were supposed to. They were being responsible with it, taking care of it, not dropping it, being cautious. They weren't really in any extracurricular activities, but I do think that is something that needs to be taken into consideration, because if you're not with them, that's a security thing for me. That means a lot to me. Within the first month, my son was skateboarding just right down our street, and someone threw a McDonald's cup at him and knocked him off his skateboard, and he was able to call me. And then 2 weeks after that, our daughter fell off her bicycle and got hurt, and they were able to call me. This was all just a block down the street from our home, and I was able to get to them and do what needed to be done. But they did follow the rules. Some children don't, so there needs to be rules set, guidelines. But for me, it was more than it was a safety issue for us. But they need to be made aware, children need to be made aware of the social media. You need to keep track of it. You need to keep your eyes on all the cyberbullying. They should never just get on the internet and give information out. There should be blocks on their phones. You should do a lot of research before your child is allowed to have any type of electronic device. I received information from Amy and Burson, why every kid should have a cell phone. That was published by Desert News in 2019. And Robert Siciliano, he was a contributor, Should Kids Have Cell Phones and How Young is Too Young by the Huffington Post, and Family Education, Sandbox Networks, 2018. Thank you. Have a good night.